This, my friends, is the KZ ZEX monitor earphone for beginner audiophiles. The brand might sound new to you, it is for me, but KZ, or Knowledge Zenith, straight out of China, has been slowly gaining popularity over the interwebs for the past few years. And so, if you're wanting to dabble in earbuds that focus purely on wired, high-quality sound, this might be the place to start. However, if you're not fully ready to go all into this wired thing, plus not forgetting that historically GearUP's thing is like wireless devices, I brought along KZ's own AZ09 Bluetooth adapter so we can test how the ZEXs sound wired and wirelessly. And by the way, this is my first audiophile monitor earphone review, so let me know if I mess up here and there. I can take it like a man. I promise I won't cry myself to sleep tonight. And also, remember to subscribe and get me to 15,000 subs by December 31st. Or else I'll quit. Let's do it after these messages that way. Well, this is it, the KZ ZEX and the AZ09 Bluetooth ear hook connected to it. And this thing is so separately, but looking at the earbud alone, I really like how discreet this is, from the simple muted color to the swoop right there, the KZ logo. Very easy to hold, very ergonomic. But if you need a little bit more pop, there's graphite as well as rose gold. Those things really do it for me. And this one, of course, is called black. Now, the outer plate right here is made of zinc alloy with a nice matte finish. And so far, it has resisted scratches and smudges during my time with it. And according to the literature, this bottom half right here, and by the way, the build quality is pretty nice for the price too. This bottom half here is made of resin. That means it is plant-based, which is really nice to hear. Now, the weight is 7.7 grams each, not the lightest, but it's mostly because of the internals. And speaking of which, doing all the grunt work here are two drivers. There's a 10mm dual magnet dynamic unit that handles low to mid frequencies, and also a 6.8mm electrostatic module that handles high and ultra high frequencies. And also included in the box, there's these ear tips and also this thing right there, the double line silver plated cable. It's really comfortable to wear if you want to go the wired route. It's about 4 feet long and has integrated ear hooks. Very comfortable stuff if you want to go there. And let me try to focus here again. Now, the ear tips are very easy to pop on and off, sometimes a little bit too easy, and some of you might want to replace it because passive isolation is not the best either. But if this is the only pair you have, these are really nice and comfortable as well. And when you pull it off, you can see the mesh grill that protects the internals from gunk. Now, I want to say this, the ZEX is as simple and basic in function as you can get, guys. There's no like on-body controls, no wear detection, no noise suppression, not even a storage case. Now, if you want to listen to your tunes on the KZ, but then you realize, like, crap, my phone doesn't have a headphone jack anymore, then you probably should look into something like this, the AZ09 Bluetooth ear hook. And all you have to do is pair this thing with your device and then connect the ZEX or any kind of similar pin connector earbud to this thing, and then boom, you're done. And specs wise, the ear hooks, they add Bluetooth 5.2 with SBC and AAC support. Battery life is averaging like 5.4 hours, which is not bad during my test time. As well as mono mode, you can use these individually to save or charge one over the other. And this module weighs 4.5 grams each, which is interestingly lighter than the ZEXs themselves. Build quality is good overall. I do see some bubbles right here in the molding, but that's about it. The transparent cabling is a really nice touch, and there's no IP rating listed anywhere, guys, so something to take note. But I've tested this in light workouts, light sweats and such, and these things, both the ZEX and the 09s, they handle it fine. Just be sure to keep the contact points clean and dry, as well as the button. I'm quite sure this doesn't have weather sealing, so keep this dry as well. Now, as you can see here, also there's a blue LED that's bright, but thankfully it turns off when there's media playing, so it doesn't annoy the person next to you. There's one button per side that handles phone calls as well as media and accepts single, double, as well as hold commands. And the button location, in my opinion, is not the best. It is covered most of the time by your lobule of the ear. When you wear it, it's blocked off. And I think a better position, KZ, if you're watching this, would have been right here at the top. So if your thumb is right here to counter it and then you press it, this is a much easier and ergonomic position to be. The charging case is large, kind of like a Klondike bar, doesn't it? It's plasticky, easy to smudge and scratch, but it is what it is for the price. USB-C charging port on the right and a really large LED indicator at the front. Really nice to see here. Flat, easy to put on the table. The cavity on the inside, thankfully, is not shiny plastic. It's very easy to keep clean, and it will fit mostly similar earbuds, not just the ZEX. And since we're here, by the way, let's do the shake test, and it stores really easily by magnet. And by the way, the lid, negative points for that, it doesn't lock in place, but there is a magnet that keeps it closed. Now, keeping it open, I'm gonna shake it, and wow, that was really fast. So thumbs down to the shake test. The magnets are not very strong. All right, here we are outside doing the Bluetooth range test, and I have some Aretha Franklin playing Who's and Who. I just started listening to Ray just recently because of the movie. But anyways, yeah, check out the sun. It's awesome, beautiful colors, and it's 27 degrees, super cold. I have the phone at the end of my deck, and let's see when these things cut out from each other. So these O9s have Bluetooth 5.2, so it should cut out around 33. Oh, hold on a second. I'm standing here 25 feet, direct line of sight, and I'm already having connection issues. What's up with that? Anyways, not boding well here. How you guys doing? Woo, it's cold. There's a wind right in my face right here. Yeah, it just completely gave up the ghost right there around, 30. Yep, it just said disconnected. I'm right here at 37, 38 feet. And it's done. So there you go. These are not super hot. Maybe the Pro version, which is much improved, might be better. Ooh, the sun is right in my face. Might be better than that. I'm kind of curious, and it says it's connected back in range. Music doesn't continue. You just press the button once, and it resumes. You can see the fit of these in my ears. I really like them. They're really light and small, and they just sit over the ear and around the ear. You can see it right there. The Bluetooth module is right behind my earlobe. And the earbuds sit really nicely. You can see how compact they are. I'm kind of curious about how they sound with microphone, the phone call microphone test. I don't have high hopes for it either. One mic per side. Yeah. Well, anyways, let's head down to the road. Well, you're not gonna like to hear this, but probably not surprising either coming from a small company like this. But phone call quality, yeah, as you can hear when I switch back and forth, it probably just wins every time you hear the sound coming from these KZ09s. Those O9s, it's just horrible. Even when I walk at speed, the wind entering my ears the listener can hear it, so that's kind of bad. Yeah, noise suppression almost no. I'm kind of curious though how the Pro version does, because they do sell it for a little bit more, but they didn't have enough to send me a set to test. But yeah, these things are a bust. So yeah, don't buy these for phone calls. Even in a quiet environment, it kind of struggles. I've tested these at 44 kilohertz, 16 and 8. No difference. It just struggles to, just work, I guess. So anyways, back to the studio. First of all, let's talk sound. These are easy to drive. That means they have good amplification and that you don't need to crank up the volume real high to get the loudness that you need. So for reference, in other earbuds, I usually have them around 50 to 65% volume for any kind of comfortable listening, whereas in the ZEXYs, I'm probably at 25 to 30%. That's pretty impressive. Now the EQ tuning is also a shallow V, so it's not as neutral as some might prefer or expect from these kind of earbuds. And also bass and sub-bass has loads of strength here. But depending on the genre you're listening to, bass can at the same time be slightly hollow or muddled, like when you're listening to rock or acoustic pop or jazz. But that being said, the highlight here for me at least is vocals. It is so good, it's so clean and bright. I could listen to like IU like all day. Actually, no I can't and won't. And also, sound staging is properly judged here, and it's well spaced out, not too far out, thank goodness. And like with the vocals, they're right here in the middle of the head, so nice job, KZ. Nice job. Maybe it's because this is my first pair of monitor earbuds, therefore I lack any kind of reference, so pardon my ignorance, guys. But I think the build quality on these is really well done, especially given the price. It just looks more expensive than it actually is. And oh yeah, speaking of which, one thing I haven't mentioned yet is the price. Not in the close-ups and not until now, but the ZEX is one of the cheapest earbuds I've tested so far, and that's one of the pluses here. The 29 bucks shipped on Amazon, and the sound alone is definitely worth the price of entry, just on that alone. And the AZ9, in case you're interested of going that route, is an additional 25 bucks, so about $60 altogether for the whole package. Regarding the AZ9 module, one thing that I do like about it is that you can hot swap any of the buds out for another one while still connected to your device, like your phone or something, so you never have to turn it off or repair anything. All you have to do, right now I have the ZEX connected to it, I just unplug it and plug another bud back in. So if you like to test two earbuds side by side at any time or just want to swap it out, it's all doable. As expected though, the sound quality via Bluetooth has less sparkle and energy than when wired. But make no mistake guys, it still can rock your boat like easily. There are occasional signal stutters that I've noticed, but that happens maybe like once or twice a day, so it's no big deal. I'm not gonna knock it down for that, but I thought I'll mention it anyway. My main gripe is it would have been nice to have a storage case or a sack of some kind to store your ZEXs in. And that's about it for the negatives really, because at this price guys, there really isn't much to have to knock on these buds for. It's a shocker, but it is true. And it's also the beauty of these kind of earbuds because they lack any kind of mod-con features, so the implementation issues are not there. It's just down to the drivers and the processors. There's less for me to criticize, because if I look at this any more critically, I'll be super anal. Oh wait, I am. As for the ear hooks, it's a pity about the button location, we've talked about this earlier in the show, and also the lack of water dust resistance. And for the latter, you can solve that problem I guess if you go for the Pro version, which according to the literature has some kind of IP rating on it. So here are my final thoughts. The ZEXs are budget, fantastic sounding earbuds with good tuning straight out of the box, and in my opinion has enough headroom still to fiddle with in the EQ if you want to. It also doesn't hurt that it's super comfortable, and when you pair it with the Bluetooth ear hooks, their versatility quotient just get bumped up a notch or two. Now, they're obviously not gonna worry any of the brands just yet, but the fact that these sound so good and so affordable at the same time means that they're perfect for starter audiophiles out there, or for those of you looking for any kind of budget monitors for home or work use. So with all that said, I want to give the KZ ZEX a GearUP score of 8.3 out of 10 and 8.5 out of 10 for the AZ9s. And this is how I broke it down to get to the final score for the earbuds. If you have any questions about it, feel free to comment down below. Well, that's all I got this time guys, and if you found this video the least bit interesting or helpful, or if you like the stuff that I do in general, show your support right now by clicking subscribe down below and then turn on the bell notification icon to get notified whenever I drop new stuff. I'm currently sitting at 12,666 subs, helping to get to 15,000 or beyond by December 31st. That'll be super awesome. You can find me on Insta or Patreon where you can leave me a tip or buy me a cup of coffee or tea or something. And also remember to thumbs up if you like this video and comment nicely down below. That's very important. And remember to do something kind and loving for somebody in this world, especially a stranger, because the world needs it more than ever, and it starts with you guys. I love y'all very much, and I hope to see you next time. Peace out.